Good morning, America. I'm Livewire Alexa.
I'm Real McCoy Mackenzie.
And I'm Hard-Boiled Hannah.
And we're your Dollop Dolls with our daily news report.
We know all the onions and don't mess around with the hooey. As we all know, the stock market has collapsed, causing the biggest economic hardship in our nation's history. We have reports that in 1925, President Hoover, then Secretary of Commerce, had warned President Coolidge multiple times that the stock market speculation was getting out of hand. Coolidge chose to ignore these warnings, and now look where we are 4 years later. But the past is the past, so what is President Hoover doing about our current situation? Refusing to accept the natural economic cycle, Hoover summoned industrialists to the White House and held conferences to secure a promise to hold the line on wages. Henry Ford has even agreed to increase workers' daily pay from $6 to $7. From the nation's utilities, Hoover has won commitments of $1.8 billion in new construction and repairs for 1930. The president has ordered federal departments to speed up construction projects as well. He went to Congress with a $160 million tax cut, coupled with a doubling of resources for public buildings and dams, highways, and harbors. This time has been hard on us all, but let's hope it brightens up soon. We'll keep you updated on the new events and news as we learn more. To you, Real McCoy Mackenzie.
Thanks, Livewire Alexa. As many of you know, last week, Amy McPherson opened her first church building in Los Angeles, California. The feedback has been overwhelmingly swell from the public. Her gospel services are lighthearted and enjoyable, which attract many people. In fact, the crowds are so big, people have to wait around the block to get a seat. Hot socks. Plan on standing room only for her 4-square church gospel sessions if you don't want to be left holding the bag. No kale needed. Billy Sunday, former professional baseball player, has quit his career to become a preacher for the Evangelical Church. He is currently preaching in Columbia, South Carolina, and has been there for 2 weeks. He has had more than 20 sermons already, and each have pulled an impressive crowd. Sunday promotes prohibition and is building quite a campaign. Get ready to say goodbye to giggle water and hello to dead soldiers.
Thanks, Real McCoy Kens. Hold tight, folks. After this short break, we'll be back with updates with the Yankees-Senator game.
Banks closed. Stuck with bug-eyed Betty. You must think you're quite a flat tire. But don't worry, it's not you. It's your jalopy. All the Janes probably think you're a ragamuffin driving that flivver. Get rid of your dirty old hay burner and come down to Ford. Buy yourself a swanky breezer, or perhaps a modern Model T. Ford has many models that fit your needs. Drive into town putting on the Ritz in a new Ford, and all the dolls will leave their daddies to be sitting pretty with you. Drive like the cake eater you are. Come buy a Ford.
Welcome back. On the events of tonight's game, Babe Ruth broke the all-time home run record once again. Here's Hard-Boiled Hannah at the Yankees Stadium with a great Bambino himself. Hannah?
Whoopee! I'm here at Yankee Stadium after an intense game. The Yankees have beat the Senators 4-2. Babe Ruth, the big cheese tonight, broke the home run record once again, hitting his 60th run during the 8th inning tonight. Here's the great Bambino himself. Mr. Ruth, were you planning on hitting those unreal home runs, breaking the record tonight? Spill the beans.
I knew I was going to hit it, and I couldn't be happier.
What was it like to hear the crowd erupt as you strolled around the bases?
The rush of adrenaline was unreal. 60! I'd like to see anyone else hit that many. I sure am goofy for the sport.
What is it like to be America's hero?
It's a humbling feeling to know that the people of America look to me as an inspiration after these hard times. It's quite ducky.
What are your plans for next season?
I plan to play for the Yankees again next year. 60 is going to be hard to beat, but I hope I can do it or at least get close again.
Well, you were not a sap tonight. Thanks, babe. There's plenty of excitement here at Yankee Stadium as they end their season on a high. We will see you again next year for another exciting season. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Hard-Boiled Hannah. Here we have your weekly Hip to the Jive report. The #1 hot-on-the-shelf item right now is Ernest Hemingway's new novel, Men Without Women. It was released earlier this week, so grab some dough and head over to buy some good entertainment. I have heard it is quite the bee's knees.
Oh yes, I have read a few of the short stories and they are quite the cat's pajamas.
In my opinion, it's some of his finest writing. He is really relating to himself by creating both bookish and crude characters, and neither are more complex than the other. It discusses harsh realism that he probably learned from his experience on the battlefield during World War I.
Hot dog, what a nifty story. Be sure to check out this Real McCoy.
That's it for your Hip to the Jive report for this week.
Thanks for listening. Remember to tune in next week for more of your favorite stories. I'm Hardboiled Hannah.
I'm Real McCoy Mackenzie.
And I'm Livewire Alexa. And we are your Dog Dolls with your daily news report.